Attention please, ladies and gentlemen. You're watching, yes.
It's a beautiful early evening here in Houston, Texas, and under that dome, what a good way to start a Saturday night with a little jazz, yeah? He's working on his game, and he has been red hot for the Yankees, and it is time for baseball as the Yes Network presents New York Yankees baseball. It's the New York Yankees against the Houston Astros, middle game of a three-game set from Dyken Park in Houston, Texas. Hi, everybody, and welcome to Yankees baseball, along with David Cohn. I'm Michael Kay. 12-4 yesterday. Yankees won. They've won 7 in a row. And what's happened recently is that Jazz Chisholm, who started off really, really cold, he's picked it up. He's looking like the players the Yankees expect.
Yeah, when you think about it, right, players are emotional, and you talk about all the numbers and all the talent. Sometimes you just got to get out of your own way, and one swing can do it. And in Fenway Park, this swing seems to have lifted all the clouds around Jazz Chisholm as he's starting to let it go. He really swung the bat exceptionally well last night, and you could tell just his demeanor. A weight has been lifted off of him, and now he's ready to go, and I would not be surprised to see him really expand on this hot streak and go on a burner for a while.
Yeah, it's been 4 games now where he has been red hot, hitting .438, 2 home runs, 5 ribbies. Look at the OPS, and in 3 of those 4 games, he's had 2 or more hits, so he is legitimately hot. Yankees try to make it 8 in a row and win another series. Let's take a look at the pitching matchup. In this one, the Home Depot working on a win pitching matchup. You got Mike Burrows going for the Houston Astros. For the Yankees, coming off the paternity list, it's Ryan Weathers, also coming off his best start as a Yankee.
Yeah, his best start and also his first win as a Yankee as well. That has to mean something to him and his father as well. And the thing about Ryan Weathers is that we know he's got a power left-handed arm, but his slider and sweeper combination has been really good for him so far.
That game against the Royals, he went 7 and a third longest start of his career, didn't allow a run, and he actually got run support for the first time, 7 runs of support, and he had not gotten any support whatsoever, so that was unusual for him. Well, there was one dark cloud in this Yankee 6-game winning streak. It happened last night when Stanton had to leave the game with an injury. Meredith Marakovich talks with Aaron Boone about that next.
Dyken Park for Yankees baseball on Yes, as the Yankees offense will try to roll again against Astros pitching game 2 of the 3-game series coming your way in just a little bit. Hey everyone, I'm Meredith Marakovich. Giancarlo Stanton was 1 for 3 with an RBI last night before exiting in that 6th inning with some lower right leg tightness. Stanton said in the clubhouse today that he initially felt it going from first to second and said his calf just felt a little bit weird. He wanted to get off the field before he did any major damage. Although he does feel better today than he did last night, it's still a bit of a wait and see situation. Here's Aaron Boone with more of the plan for Giancarlo Stanton.
We're going to give it the day and kind of see how treatments go and stuff. I do think he got it in time to not hopefully do something serious to it. So whether that turns into a day-to-day situation or if it turns into a short IL, we'll see. We'll kind of let the next several hours play out and see where we're at.
Is there any scenario where you would use him as a pinch hitter tonight?
I doubt it, but again, we'll see where we are in the next few hours, but I would probably expect not.
So don't expect to see Giancarlo Stanton in the game tonight. It's going to be Ahmed Rosario DHing. As you can hear, the fans are already riled up for tonight. We're going to take a quick step aside. When we get back, we'll have first pitch, Michael Kay and David Cohn with the call of the game.
Yankees baseball on Yes is brought to you in part by Nissan. Hop into a Nissan Rogue and hit the road to adventure. Shop NissanUSA.com. By Sage, proud accounting software provider of the New York Yankees. By Mohegan Sun, beyond your wildest. And by Hyundai, test drive a new Hyundai today, only at your local Hyundai dealer. About that, David Weathers with a stop in Houston. and his son gets the start tonight. But on the mound for the Astros is Mike Burrows. They've taken the field. He's taking his warm-ups, and we're taking a look at the Yankee lineup. Trent Grisham leads off. Ben Rice, 9 home runs this season. He will bat second. Batting third, right fielder Aaron Judge. Then it's Bellinger, the Red Hot Jazz Chisholm, and Ahmed Rosario, the middle of the order. And it finishes up with Austin Wells behind the plate, Ryan McMahon at third, and Jose Caballero, the shortstop, will bat ninth.
And on the mound, they'll face this right-hander, Mike Burrows. This will be his 6th start on the year, and you see the numbers, 5 home runs, a little bit much for 5 starts. And let's tell you a little bit more about Mr. Burrows in our Nissan pitcher scouting report. He's got a strikeout arm. They like that. Good, solid breaking ball mix in the pattern, but he's been prone to big innings so far this year.
Let's check out the Astros defense, brought to you by your local Tri-State Genesis retailers. Take a look at Altuve. His range really seemed limited last night, and you see the rest of the Astros defense. Trent Grisham is ready. Mike Burrows is ready, and let's do it here in Houston. First pitch is low, we're underway. Home plate umpire is Dan Iasonia. He's also the crew chief. Jeremy Rehack at first, James John is at second, and Adam Beck is over third. Popped up, shallow left field, Correa back, 1 out. Take a look at Dan Iasonia, the umpire scouting report, brought to you by your local Kia dealers. He's considered pitcher friendly. He's had 27 calls challenged, 18 of them have been overturned. So more inside strikes on right-handed batters and more outside strikes on lefty batters. Been around a while, 28th year.
I like that guy. Any pitcher-friendly umpire, I'm gonna like.
There's Ben Rice. He has not been pitcher-friendly. Having a great start to a season, 9 home runs, 20 runs batted in. And there's an immediate challenge on that first ball. Presented by T-Mobile. And it was a strike. David, I get it. He felt it was a strike. I don't think that's the right time to challenge. The first pitch of the second batter, nobody's on base. I don't get it.
I'm with you. You better be sure, right? If you're going to do that, it's like a long 3-point shot in the NBA, right? No, don't take it. Oh, if it goes, good shot.
That's ripped to right field and not caught. So it's going to be a base hit for Rice. Smith kind of trapped it. And Ben Rice with a single.
Just another smoke show from Ben Rice. Absolutely tattered. 109 miles an hour, a little hump back to it. Short hop.
Here's Aaron Judge. I saw this note today that jumped out at me, David. Ben Rice and Aaron Judge are the first teammates with 9 or more home runs, 19 or more walks, and 20 or more runs scored in a team's first 26 games ever. No duo, no teammates have ever done that in Major League history after 26 games.
That's what makes you think that Ben Rice's performance is sustainable, because of just what you mentioned. He controls the strike zone and gets good pitches to hit.
One and two. And that stat, to amplify it, they're in an organization at Garrick and Ruth, Mantle and Maris. I mean, they had some nice tandems, and no one's ever done what these two have done this early. Blocked there by Vasquez. Now Vasquez has thrown out 5 of 11 base stealers, so that's very good. 45.5%. 35-year-old catcher. Bellinger on deck. All of the right side of the infield is open as Altuve shades up the middle. Strike three, Judge down looking.
Well, we got a 6 o'clock start here tonight. They're 97 miles an hour down the middle. He wasn't looking for that one. But there is kind of some shadows and bright spots behind the mound, so I'm sure it's a little tougher to see, but nonetheless. Fastball down the middle.
Here's Cody Bellinger. And he shows bunt. Takes the ball. Paredes at third base, way off the line, so a push bunt. He sees a base hit there. Strike. '26-year-old Burrows from Waterford, Connecticut, up I-95 near New London. Came to the Astros in a 3-team trade in December. Burrows went to the Astros, Brandon Lau, Jake Mangum, Mason Montgomery to the Pirates, and then Jacob Melton and Anderson Brito went to the Rays. Burrows made his major league debut September 28, 2024 at Yankee Stadium. That was the game where Paul Skeens started, and they had him on a innings limit. He only pitched 2 innings, and then Burrows came in. And a walk to Bellinger. So first and second, and Jazz Chisholm comes up. And by the way, in that major league debut, Burrows gave up 1 earned run in 3 1/3 innings, and that 1 earned run happened to be a Jazz Chisholm Jr. home run.
You know, what a difference an hour start time makes here. I mean, last night's game, 7 o'clock Central Time. So much brighter out there on the field right now, just from that 1 hour time change.
Fouled away. Now in the 9th inning yesterday, Jazz Chisholm Jr. challenged a call third strike, which was right down the pipe, and he laughed about it, and afterward fined himself $1,000. He said that was embarrassing. The 0-1. Hit sharply, knocked down by Walker. Going to be a tough play, and he flips to Burrows to get Jazz Chisholm for the final out. No runs to hit, and 2 men left. Yankees nothing. Astros coming to bat. Well, the Yankees threaten. They don't score in the top of the inning. Now it's the Astros' turn against Ryan Weathers. Carlos Correa will lead off. Then Jordan Alvarez, actually playing left tonight, will bat second. And Isak Paredes hits third and will play third. Jose Altuve cleans up Christian Walker and Yainer Diaz. And behind the plate, as we mentioned, is Christian Vasquez. He'll bat eighth.
And here's Ryan Weathers. Papa Weathers just came back from maternity leave. Got to be on cloud 9 right now. Who needs sleep, right? I mean, it's overrated. So, yeah, let's give you the Nissan Pitcher Scatter Report. It's first Yankees win in his last start. That sweeper he throws, kind of sweeper slider-like pitch, has been very effective. Only 1 hit given up on that pitch when he ends an at-bat with it. And his first career start against Houston right here.
And the Weathers family welcomed to the world Paul David Weathers. Pitch outside. Correa playing short because Jeremy Pena's on the IL. Big cut. That one is ripped into left center field. It splits the outfielders and it goes to the wall. Grisham fields, gets it in. It's a leadoff double for Correa. Let me give you the Yankee defense, brought to you by your local Tri-State Genesis retailers, and we'll take a closer look in left field at Cody Bellinger. The Car Shield defensive player profile shows a 6 defensive runs saved already this season, and that leads the major league left fielders. That's a great stat, 6 runs this early.
It's the jumps. He gets such good jumps. Great instinct on defense out there, no matter where he is.
So here's Alvarez. Grounded and grabbed there by Rice. And he will flip to Weathers. Just got him. Just got him. Moving to third is Correa.
Well, that's a heck of a play from Ben Rice. This is almost Tino Martinez-like. Go down, smother it, get up, give a good feed. You got to get over there. Bang, bang.
Just got him. Yankees bring the infield in about halfway. And here's Paredes. One and 0. Kind of stunning news out of the American League East. We find out right before we went on the air. The Red Sox have fired Alex Cora and a bunch of his coaches, including Jason Varitek. And Alex Cora was the manager of the 2018 World Series champion Red Sox, but the Yankees just swept them, and they did not look like a great team. And the odd part, David, they won today. And after the win, they fired him.
Generally speaking, that signifies a real breakdown between the front office and the bench. A disagreement on process.
Foul back.
If you don't have a full buy-in in today's game, you got problems. Everybody's got to be on the same page, from all the information that's presented to teams before games, to players, to coaching staffs. If you've got a breakdown, then you got a problem.
And with the Red Sox doing that, all the other managers on teams that have started slowly, they're probably getting a little nervous and looking over their shoulder.
Yeah, especially with Cora now on the market.
Joe Espada's Astros have really struggled 10-17, and they have a very demanding owner in Jim Crane. The Phillies have spiraled to the worst record in the majors, so you wonder if Rob Thompson's okay.
Joe Espada's been decimated with injuries, so it's kind of hard to pin it on him.
2-2. Grounded, fair, past the diving McMahon. It kicks off the sidewall. Correa will score. Paredes will stop at first with an RBI single, and the Astros up 1-0.
Well, he gets a changeup, and we know what kind of a pull hitter that Paredes is, and just keeping him fair was the key. Right over the bag. If you get it by McMahon, you're doing something here, because he's so good at third. You can see the changeup got him right down the line, and Weathers can't believe it.
Here's Altuve. We give you this number because it's important with him. Against the Yankees in his career, he hits .375 on the first pitch. I brought up that stat to Aaron Boone. I said, why do you guys even throw him a first pitch strike? He said, we don't a lot. He said he chases on that first pitch. He sits on that first pitch.
Usually fastballs. You know, that's the quandary for hitters, right? Is you want to be aggressive but selective at the same time. Sometimes, to your point, in those numbers that he has on the first pitch, you know, that's the best pitch you're going to see, and it's usually a fastball.
And really, he punishes the first pitch against all teams, but the number for the Yankees is 375. One and two. Christian Walker on deck. Shallow center, backing up is Jazz. He makes the play. Sounded like a broken bat. 2 down. That brings up Christian Walker. Walker had a rough first year with the Astros, a 717 OPS. This guy was always in the 800s. This year so far, his OPS is 869. Second year of a 3-year free agent deal he signed with Houston, $20 million a year. He's always been a great defensive player. 1-0. Daikin Park is a retractable roof stadium, but despite it being a lovely day outside, the roof is closed. We told you yesterday, last 4 or 5 years it's been open twice. They prefer to keep it closed. They think the ball travels better. High fly ball, center field. Grisham puts it away, and that'll do it. For the Astros with a run on 2 hits, 1 man left. We've played 1-0 Houston.
Thanks for coming.
Play FanDuel's Daily Dinger for free every day for a chance at a profit boost if your selected player hits a home run. Here are the featured home run odds for today's players. Austin Wells plus 430, Rosario plus 650. And Rosario leads off. Takes pitch inside 1-0. So Rosario, the DH, with Stanton not yet on the IL, but probably not a player tonight. You heard Aaron Boone's interview with Meredith Moragovitz. He said, probably not, but you never know. 16-inning game. If he can walk, he can hit, I guess. But they're very careful with calves these days. Because in the NBA, it seems like a bad calf leads to an Achilles injury, which is terrible. Juan Soto just missed about 3 weeks with a bad calf. Now Francisco Lindor might miss 2 to 3 months with a bad calf. A lot of it is the severity of the injury. And as Boone said, he thinks they caught it early. And Meredith, you spoke to Stan, right?
And Michael, he did say it's feeling a little better today than it did last night. He had treatment throughout the day today. They said they'd see how it feels afterwards. They're eventually going to need to make a decision, but right now it's just day to day. And Giancarlo Stanton said he understands they need to do not only what's good for him, but what's good for this team. They don't want to be playing a man short. And he said it actually happened going from first to second, and you see him there trying to get the attention in the Yankees dugout to get him out. He didn't want to do any major damage. He thinks he avoided that. No testing is scheduled for Giancarlo Stanton yet. It's kind of a wait and see, Michael. They're hopeful, but they do not yet know how this was going to play out.
Now, interestingly, they had to make room for Weathers, who was on the paternity list, and you figured the easy move would have been ILing Stanton and activating Weathers, but that's not what they did. Surprisingly, they put on Angel Savihi onto the IL because his shoulder's been barking since he appeared in a game in Boston. And they're going to send him back to New York for tests. And they have another move that's looming if and when Anthony Volpe is ready, who comes off the roster then to make room for him on the 26 man. Tonight's injury report brought to you by Montefiore Einstein, the official hospital of the New York Yankees. And right calf tightness for Stanton, and Javihi, as we told you, right shoulder discomfort.
And Michael, I actually spoke to him in the clubhouse, and he said although there's no shooting pain in that shoulder, something just doesn't feel right. When he goes to throw, he feels some weakness in his shoulder. He said he's never felt anything like this before. He is alarmed, obviously, having not dealt with a shoulder injury. The Yankees are going to have him get some testing, but right now he's just doing treatment. He's hoping for the best, but they won't know more until he gets that imaging.
And after he pitched in Boston, the first sign that something was up, he was putting on his jacket, and it hurt. His shoulder hurt when he tried to get his arm in the jacket. Kind of forgot about it. Then he threw in the outfield yesterday and felt it again, so that's why he's on the IL. And that's a walk to Wells. So Austin won for his last 14, but he keeps getting on base with walks. Here's Ryan McMahon, opposite field home run last night into the Crawford boxes. The other way, foul ball.
Just hitting it where it's pitched.
%12 of home runs are hit to the opposite field. But since 2021, McMahon has 20% of his home runs go the other way.
The hitting the ball hard part, it's not a problem for McMahon. Just making more contact. And defense is not a problem either.
Hit sharply, backhanded by Altuve. There's one, and there's two. 4-6-3 double play. We'll go to the bottom of the second.
Tuesday, he was in Boston with his team for game one of that series. Then on Wednesday, he and his wife Thayer welcomed their first child to the world, Paul David Weathers. On Thursday, he was back at the stadium throwing his regular side session. And then on Friday, he played catch before boarding a plane to come here to Houston, Texas to prepare for today's start. Now, I spoke with pitching coach Matt Blake, who told me he was able to get in all of his work as he normally does. And he got here at about 5 p.m. local time last night, so he got a good night's sleep in preparation for today. And speaking to Weathers after his last start, where he was brilliant, 7 1/3 scoreless, 8 strikeouts in that one, he said the biggest difference for him was fastball location. He felt like in past starts it was floating over the middle of the plate. He didn't necessarily know where it was going. Last time out, he was able to use both sides of the plate. He felt like every time he threw it, he knew where it was going to go, and it made all the difference. Also, he noted he was just able to relax a little bit on the mound, something he had not done in previous starts. He said he felt like everything was just free-flowing out there. And David, as you noted, he picked up his first Yankees win last time out against the Royals.
Well, Austin Wells is going to challenge that ball, and he's successful with the challenge. That was indeed a strike. ABS powered by T-Mobile. One and two. and down goes Yainer Diaz.
We mentioned Ryan Weathers, that sweeper that's been so effective. There's a good one there, down and in. It's been his best secondary pitch so far this year.
Here's Cam Smith. And a strike, 97-mile-an-hour fastball. One and one. Now the pitcher that was spared to make room for Weathers, everybody assumed it was going to be Bird. But with Chavihi having problems with the shoulder, it's him. Bird still remains in the bullpen because the way the rosters are constructed, has to be 13 pitchers and 13 position players. So he would not have been able to move in for Stanton. Stanton's move could obviously be for Volpe or somebody else if Volpe's not ready.
They're probably looking ahead, too, to the pitching matchups. And Arlington, after tomorrow, be staying in the state of Texas, heading over, see the Rangers.
Yeah, they're due to face a lot of righties. And, I looked up what Jason Dominguez was doing. 306, on-base percentage of 404, 3 homers and 13 ribbies. He stole 8 out of 9 bases, so we know that he hits them on the left side, but I don't think they'd want to bring him up and then have to send him down for Volpe. Again, this is all clerical stuff that the Yankees will work out. But Spencer Jones in 25 games, you see what he's done, and Dominguez in 22 games, the 3 homers and the 13 ribbies.
Now, Spencer Jones has picked it up lately. Those 5 home runs, a little bit of a tough start. But
Smith down on strikes.
it's another good-looking sweeper. Thing makes a right-hand turn. You can see the way Wells caught it. That thing was just spinning and running inside.
Vasquez to Judge. And Weathers with a 1-2-3 inning. We'll go to the bottom of the second. Well, score big on authentic gear at MLBshop.com. From official jerseys and memorabilia to hats and hoodies, we've got the season covered. Visit MLBshop.com/Yankees, the official source for your Yankees gear. Here is Jose Caballero to lead off, 9-1-2 in the Yankees order against Burrows. Caballero has challenged the most pitches of any batter in the big leagues, 10. And he's only gotten 5 right, so he's got 5 wrong, which is also the most of any batter in the big leagues. And Aaron Boone said that he has not pulled the plug on anybody challenging. He said, but I've talked to them, and he said he did talk with Caballero. And they said, well, how did you talk with him? He said, I was stern. He kind of smiled. And a push bunt. Nice play by Burrows, but he dropped the ball. Fortuitously, it rolled right to Walker, but Caballero beat it out.
Well, this is part of Caballero's game, as it should be. You put pressure on the defense and they make mistakes, and that's exactly what happened. Speed kills. You could see he got ahead of himself because he knew he had to hurry, and that was the difference. If he fields it clean, he's got him.
All right, now a threat to go. He has 9 stolen bases. And here's Grisham. Runner goes, wasting no time. Bad throw. Backing up is Altuve, so 10th stolen base for Caballero.
I mean, that was just a huge lead, and there was really no chance. I mean, Caballero's so aggressive. I mean, it's almost as if he just has so much confidence, he's just going to go. Vasquez, no real chance there at all.
He's the threat to steal third as well. 1-1. Did he go? Yes, he did, said Adam Beck. 1-2.
That was close.
Not even close at second. Big lead, inching, going. Throw to third, safe. And Paredes said, I got him, and he's telling the Astro dugout to challenge. Joe Espada is challenging. Let's see, David. Yeah, he's out.
Yes. You can see the umpire got blocked out. He couldn't see the tag.
The cardinal rule in baseball, if they overturn this, you don't make the first out or the third out of third. You're not gaining much of an advantage. So if you're going to try to steal third with nobody out, you've got to make it. Vasquez just saw it on the big board in right center.
It's overturned. Runner is out. Houston with the challenge.
Pretty good jump too, but the problem is with a left-handed batter, Vasquez is unimpeded with his throw to third, and even though it's up the line a little bit, Paredes does a good job of corralling it and making the tag, and you can see Vasquez can throw.
High fly ball, left field. Alvarez back, turning, looking, see ya! Into the Crawford boxes. It's a home run for Grisham, and that ties the game at 1.
It really looks like Grisham was looking to go that way. He was looking for a ball out over the plate. He was going to take a shot to the Crawford boxes. He got it, and he delivered.
Foul ball.
This will be number 4 for Trent Grisham. You can see that fastball up and away, and he just looked like he was going to try to go that way. And the minute it left the bat, he knew it.
Big cut, foul back. I think Caballero's apologizing. Swing and a miss, big cut. Rice down on strikes. Here's Judge. Struck out looking in the first inning. Swings to a curveball. Checked the swing, but Jeremy Rehak said he went around.
It is so subjective, that call always has been. I can see why they're trying to, experiment with instant replay for check swings, as they're doing in the minor leagues this year.
Two and two. That got a piece of Dan Iasonia. Bare hand. Burrows rocks and deals. Strange they don't check on that one. So the count full.
You know, Burrows has shown pretty good stuff. He's got a good breaking ball package. He's been up to 97 miles an hour with his fastball. He's got some stuff to work with. That's what Aaron Judge does to pitchers and catchers. 3-2 pitch, nobody on base, 2 outs. We're going to talk about this one. Make sure we throw the pitch we want to throw, because otherwise Judge might hit it up by the choo-choo train. It's been quiet up there.
And he works a walk. This ballpark has been kind to the Yankees of late. They're 10-1 in this park since September 1st of 2023, and that was the day that Dominguez hit that home run off of Justin Verlander. So 10-1.
Yeah, they had the sweep to start out the year last year, right?
Yep.
Here. 2 years ago with Soto. Came in here and swept him.
High fly ball. Matthews in center. Puts it away, and that'll do it. But the home run by Grisham ties the score. And we head to the bottom of the 3rd. It's time for a segment we like to call, well, let Mel say it.
How about that?
It's about Trent Grisham, who just hit that home run, uses a distinctive golf-style grip with both thumbs aligned parallel to the bat. Does not wear batting gloves, a habit that began after his gloves ripped when he was younger. And he's born Trenton Marcus Clark, legally changed his name to Grisham, his mother's maiden name, to honor her. And there's that odd grip.
How about that?
There's a strike to Matthews.
He may start that way with that grip, but by the time he makes contact, that grip is different. Take a look from the side. You see the thumb, but then when he goes to cock, he gets more of a traditional grip on it. That's normal there, and from the side, that is short and quick and drilled into the Crawford boxes.
One and two. Matthews, Correa, and Alvarez here in the bottom of the 3rd. Game's tied at 1. And he's from Texas. Trent Grisham, Burleson, Texas. And that got Wells. It's an unforgiving position.
Right in the sternum. Wow.
Iasonia gave him time as he walked out to the mound. Looks like it's affecting his right shoulder, which he's just windmilling. Swing and a miss. One down. Third strikeout for Weathers.
Yeah, Weathers has shown a really good sweeper, as we noted. How about this changeup, though, if he gets that one going? That's the third pitch equalizer for him to use against right-handed batters and finish them off like he just did.
You know, when the Yankees made the trade for Weathers, it was thought of, it's kind of outside the box as Correa goes around for strike one. Then they pulled the trigger and made the trade, and then you find out later there were several teams badgering the Marlins with offers. They saw a lot more that can be done with Ryan Weathers with that arm, left-handed, young. Just have to keep him healthy and maybe tweak a thing or two, and the Yankees are the team that pulled the trade off. Former first-round draft pick with the Padres. He's always had a good arm. Now let's take a look at the last 2 years on StatCast 3D by Google Cloud. See with the Yankees, fewer four-seamers, more sinkers.
Makes sense, especially lefty on lefty. You run that two-seamer in on lefties, it sets up that sweeper.
Correa doubled and scored in the first inning to double the left center field. Alvarez on deck. Two and two. Grounded. McMahon. Two away. Here's Alvarez. Little change in Alvarez this year. First of all, he's healthy after last year, but he always went line to line. He could really hit the ball a lot to left. He is pulling the ball a lot more this season.
Kind of feels like he's healthy again. The problems he's had in the past, injuries, have been lower half. His legs, his knee. His balance looks so much better now. You hardly ever see him take a swing and fall off or be off balance.
Caballero. And a nice 1-2-3 inning for Weathers. He's retired 8 in a row. We go to the 4th. Jazz Chisholm leads off. We take a look at the exit velocity of his home runs presented by Spectrum. This is actually the last 2 games, all of his hits. Been hitting the ball hard. Hit the ball hard in the first inning, knocked down by Walker, and that was the end of the inning. The Yankees had first and second and 2 outs. Jazz actually changed up a little bit, David. He moved back toward the back line an inch and a half in the batter's box, and he went 6 inches farther away from the plate and also closed his stance just a little bit. So there is something of a change that has effectuated this productive streak.
And Michael, I spoke to Jazz about that after the game last night, and he said just it gives him more space, especially with the inside pitch. It now feels a little bit more middle. He has more room to work with different pitches, and overall, he said he just feels so much more relaxed in the batter's box. Aaron Boone mentioned that after the game as well. He looks like Jazz again, much more like himself.
You wonder, the league then catches up. Do they start working the outside corner? Because you're 6 inches away.
It's a game of adjustments. You're right. I mean, the one thing leads to another.
And he goes down on the curveball. Here's Rosario, struck out in the second. Burrows looked good. Came in with a 6.75 ERA. Back to the screen, 0-1.
Yeah, he's shown a couple of different kinds of breaking balls. We talked in our scouting report about his breaking ball package. You just saw that curveball to Jazz. It was really good in the upper 70s. Slider to go with it. He's a true 4-pitch pitcher. So he's got starter stuff, and you can see there the resume. Pirates have got a lot of pitching. Talk about, Skeens at the top. They've developed pitching very well.
Home plate umpires from Bridgeport, Connecticut, and Burrows is from Waterford. So our Connecticut viewing is way up tonight. One and two on Rosario. We're in the fourth, 1-1 game. And down goes Rosario for the second time.
It's another good-looking changeup. I mean, this is something that you didn't see a lot of years ago, is right-hander on right-hander, and you throw an inside corner changeup, and that's exactly what that was, and he had Rosario spinning out.
Wells walked in the second. Kind of waved through that one. A change up, 1-1.
Talking to Tanner Swanson before the game, who's been with the Yankees now 7 years. Talked about Wells and the game calling this year. So good, so much more improved.
Altuve. And the Yankees go down in order in the fourth. Time for Pinstripe Pride, brought to you by Toyota, the official hybrid vehicles of the Yankees. Tonight's picture is of Janelle, who says she watched every inning of the Yankees' 7-game win streak. Thank you, Janelle. Thank you. Use the hashtag Toyota Pinstripe Pride and mention yes in pictures you post to social media to reflect your love for the Bronx Bombers. We might spotlight you in a future game. Thank you, Janelle. Paredes takes inside, 1-0. RBI single for him in the first, right down the third base line, past the diving McMahon.
We talked about Paredes and fly balls, the left field pull fly balls. If you look at his style, he is all over the plate and where his back foot is. He looks like he's not because he starts open, but when he closes up, he's as on top of the dish as anybody. So your approach to pitching against a guy with that kind of style, he's looking to pull the ball in the air. You chase him inside. You pitch bad to his strengths, and we see the Yankees do that. Pitch him inside and then soft down and away.
Rip, foul. You used to do that a lot. If a guy was a low ball hitter, you'd go even lower.
Yes, that's two different theories. Do you pitch to his weaknesses and pitch away from his strengths, or do you pitch bad to his strengths, so to speak. And that's what I would look at. You can see he is on top of the plate. And that's what makes, he's looking to pull. He's got one thing in mind, pull the ball, get it in the air. So how you counter that is you chase him. You give him something he's looking for, but chase it inside. Breaking balls breaking in off the plate. And then you can go down and away soft once you get him conscious of in. Try to get him to pull the ball foul with pitches in off the plate. Speed up his bat.
High fly ball. Caught by Judge, one away. And here's Jose Altuve. The Astros cleanup hitter. And a strike. And Jose is going to challenge that.
He's not going to like it.
You got one left.
Not really even close, right? It's the great equalizer. Everybody gets humbled with this new challenge system. Everybody. Nobody is immune.
One and one. Altuve, 35 years old, 16th big league season. Just played his 2000th career game on Tuesday. Only Biggio and Bagwell have done that with the Astros. And the only player that's played longer with the Astros was Craig Biggio with 20 years. So Jeff Bagwell's doing the game on the television side for the Astros tonight.
Yeah, both Biggio and Bagwell are both heavily involved in the organizations. Good to see. Two great baseball guys.
Bagwell, 449 home runs, Hall of Fame, Rookie of the Year in '91, MVP in '94. Grounded sharply to short, Caballero. You know, there's some question whether or not Altuve will be a Hall of Famer with his involvement with the sign stealing scandal here. And Jack Curry said he reached out to a dozen Hall of Fame voters yesterday. All 12 said that Altuve would be first ballot for them. The 0-1. Foul back.
It's a different level. First ballot is a whole different level.
9-time All-Star, 3 American League batting titles. A somewhat disputed MVP in 17. Many people believe it should be Judge's because of the scandal. But Judge has 3, even without 17. The 0-2 to Christian Walker.
I remember doing post-game shot with you on this field in 2017 when the Yankees lost to the Astros, and we talked about, wow, this Yankee team 2017, they're really going to have some chances. You just never know if you're ever going to get a chance, if everything, the stars align where you'll get back and have a chance to win a World Series. So obviously the Yankees had that chance against the Dodgers, and that didn't go their way, but here we are, 2026. Yankees still looking to get back there.
1-2. Swing and a miss. Now Walker saying that he tipped the ball, but Iasonia doesn't think so. So he is down on strikes. And a spotter will go out, break that up as we go to the 5th. Well, tomorrow, don't miss a Sunday matinee on Yes as the Yankees and the Astros wrap up this weekend set here in Houston. FanDuel pregame coverage begins at 1:30 with first pitch scheduled for 2:10 on Yes and the Gotham Sports app. Audi scoreboard 1-1, top of the 5th inning. Inside to McMahon. McMahon hit into a double play in the 2nd. Yankees have both of their ABS challenges remaining. The Astros won. McMahon, Caballero, and Grisham here in the 5th against Burrows.
Well, he's had a good curveball tonight. Burrows has dropped it in there for strikes. 14 for 18 times it's been a strike when he's thrown that curveball. Including 6 times the Yankees have swung and missed, so it's been a very effective pitch for him.
And down goes McMahon. That's going to bring up Jose Caballero, and let's check out one of tonight's player props brought to you by Bet365, where winning is everything. Caballero to hit 1 or more home runs is plus 950. He had a bunt single in the 3rd, stole 2nd, and then with nobody out got caught stealing 3rd. The Astros pitching staff has been banged up. Of the original starting 5 that was planned, Hunter Brown on the IL, Christian Javier on the IL, Tatsuya Imai, big signing from Japan, also on the IL. And one thing the Astros said, they are not going to rush any of them back before they are totally ready. They'd rather pick up people off waivers than rush back injured players. Checks the swing. This is the Astros injury report. The shortstop's out. Their closer is out. One after another. So many people out of the bullpen. Trammell, he's out. And last year they had a lot of injuries too. And they kind of got rid of everybody in the health and science department. They brought a new head athletic trainer in. They studied why they might have had the injuries, and it's even worse after all the changes. And in spring training, all the players supposedly did the lifting they were supposed to do and the stretching they were supposed to do, and everybody seems to have gotten hurt. That's drilled to left field. Going back, Alvarez turning, looking, see ya! Into the first row of seats. Yankees lead 2-1 on the solo shot by Caballero.
I think he likes hitting in Houston. Home run number 3 on the year for Jose Caballero.
Both home runs allowed were on 3-2 pitches. There's a strike, and that was one of the negative stats that David gave you at the beginning of the game, that Burrows gives up too many home runs. He gave up 5 coming into this game. Now 2 in this one. Both solo shots, but good enough for the Yankees to lead 2-1. One and one on Grisham. He homered in the third, 1 for 2. Two and two.
Say for any young pitcher here in Houston, similar to Yankee Stadium for a young pitcher there, you got to get used to this ballpark.
Strike 3. Grisham down looking.
Another look, up and out over the plate. Caballero meets it out in front. That's the key there. Get the bat head out in front, get some leverage, get it in the air, shoot the arrow.
Ben Rice fouls it away.
I think he learned that from Fernando Rodney, Tampa Bay days back when he used to do that, right? But he got the saves.
Yep. One and one on Rice. Rice 1 for 2. Struck out last time up. Two and one. And Stephen Okert getting ready for the Astros. They have 3 lefties in the bullpen. Two and two. Early going, Yankees have been streaky. Remember, they opened up the season 8-2. Then they won on a 2-7 stretch. And following that stretch, they've won 7 in a row. Come into the game 17-9. Out to left field. On the run, Alvarez. He's not going to get there. It's a fair ball into the corner. And Rice gets himself a double.
Well, another look. As you see, he kind of gets it off the end of the bat. As hard as he hits the ball, this wasn't one of them. But it was placed well. Just inside the line, take the double and run.
So here's Judge. Strikeout and a walk. Now they have a lefty up. Will they be very careful with Judge with first base open and bringing the lefty to face Bellinger? Followed by Chisholm. Came right at him, 1 and 1.
The Yankees have 3 of the top 20 lefty on lefty hitters in the big league so far this year. Bellinger's number 1. Jazz Chisholm's at the bottom of the list, and then Ben Rice towards the top of the list. So 3 lefties that are good against lefties.
Of Rice's 9 home runs, 4 have come against lefties.
That is a big deal for the Yankees because those guys play every day. They need to be able to hit lefties, and they are.
And he gets Judge on the curveball. But the Yankees take the lead. Jose Caballero just got one over the high wall into the first row. he keeps hitting like this, he's going to make the Yankees quiver. Audi scoreboard, Yankees lead 2-1, bottom of the 5th inning here in Houston. It'll be Diaz, Smith, and Vasquez against Ryan Weathers. Ground ball and throw for base hit. He had retired 11 in a row before that single.
And a first pitch changeup, up and out over the plate, hammered in the left.
As Cam Smith, 2 for his last 26, and he takes a strike. Smith, the main piece of the puzzle that came back from the Cubs in the Kyle Tucker deal. That's a nice pick by Wells to save the base.
Thought it might have hit him for a minute. How'd that miss him? In between his legs it landed.
Good change, way out in front, 1-2.
Such a key pitch for any pitcher, that third pitch to be able to use as you get deeper into the game here in the 5th inning, starting to see the lineup turn over again. For Weathers, it's that changeup. He's had a really good sweeper today.
Strike 3 and challenged by Smith. They have one ABS challenge remaining. This is powered by T-Mobile. Wow, got it right. Overturned.
Still got one left.
It looked like a strike, right? Wells catches it so well back there.
And the count is full at 3-2.
Tried to double up with a fastball and see if he goes back to that changeup.
Oh, they got him picked. And Chisholm with the tag.
Holy cow. Where's Phil Rizzuto to call this one? I mean, he's just sleeping. He's not going anywhere. 3-2. You got to make sure the pitcher throws it home. Ben Rice snuck in behind. Got him.
Jazz Chisholm backs up, outfield grass. 2 down. What a great feeling that must be for a pitcher. It's a free out.
Oh, absolutely. Changed the whole complexion of this inning. You're looking at a 3-2 pitch. Man's already on first. Now 2 quick outs.
Here's Christian Vasquez. Vasquez signed a minor league deal in spring training to join the Astros. Had to make the team. Had a good spring training, and the 35-year-old has gotten off to a great start, hitting .342, 2 homers and 10 ribbies, and he's taken some catching time away from Yainer Diaz. So that's called the ball, and now the Yankees are going to challenge.
I think he challenged the wrong one. The first pitch was a strike. This one's not.
One left.
Wow, you've been pretty good at this.
Well, I've got a little help here on my computer, but You got a split second to make a decision. It is so difficult. It is a real skill set. The better you are at this and the quicker you can make decisions, you can score some runs for your team or save some runs.
Lined into left field. It's a base hit in front of Bellinger. 2-out single. Austin Wells behind the plate. He's challenged 19 pitches. 11 have been overturned. And a strike.
Do you like watching the games without the strike zone box?
Doesn't bother me.
I kind of, yeah.
Yeah.
It's kind of right back to 1987.
Now, our monitors up here are not allowed to have the box. At home, you have the box. But they don't want to have any possibility of anything untoward happening where it could be signaled down to the field by a broadcaster if it missed the box. So we don't see it. Long throw. Got him to retire Matthews. No runs, 2 hits. 1 man left. We'll go to the 6th. Really unbelievable news in Boston. Bob, we go around the majors. Adley Rutschman, last 4 games, has heated up. Trey Savage coming back from injury, scheduled to make his season debut for the Blue Jays on Tuesday. And Junior Caminero, last 9 games, 6 home runs, hitting .325. Stephen Okert, the left-hander, comes on in relief to start the 6th inning, and he starts Bellinger with the ball. Tell you what, David, I thought Burrows pitched well.
Very well. He's got a good curveball. Really impressive. Definitely above average in terms of shape. Threw it for strikes. Got a lot of swing and misses with it. Good changeup tonight. He's got a chance. He's got some stuff.
Okert is 34 years old, 9th big league season, does not throw hard. And he says, he admits, I'm out there tricking him. Last season, he simplified his arsenal, going exclusively slider fastball. High fly ball, right center. Smith is there, 1 out. Here's Jazz Chisholm. All the way to the backstop. Jazz just got out of the way. Jazz 0 for 2 tonight. Ground ball at first, sharply hit, and then he struck out. Foul ball down the right field line.
You know, the thing about left-handed batters on lefty pitchers is, you always say you got to stay in there, stay in on the breaking ball. You almost have to allow yourself to get jammed a little bit in order to see the ball and hang in there.
Two and two on Chisholm. .4 strikeout to walk ratio last year, 10th best among American League relievers. He's a swing and miss lefty. And now the count is full on Chisholm. Left field, shallow. Alvarez comes on. 2 outs. And here's Rosario. He's glad to see Burrows out. Struck out twice against the righty. Two down here in the 6th. One and 0.
Watching an interesting special on Ahmad Rosario, who went out to Driveline before the offseason last year and really improved everything. His bat speed, his biomechanics, his movement.
Popped up. Walker in foul territory. Makes the play. And that'll do it as the Yankees go down in order against Oakland. We'll go to the bottom of the 6th. Now let's check out the pitching decisions presented by Sage. How about Weathers tonight?
Well, his off-speed pitches have been really good. That sweeper especially has been excellent tonight. And he has thrown it for strikes, and then the changeups come along as well. So outstanding secondary pitches for the swing and miss, and you can see that leads to the strikeout percentage being in the top 3 in the AL this season.
Montefiore Einstein, 2-1 Yanks. Bottom of the 6th. And the top of the Astros order. First pitch is a strike. One and one. Coming into this game, the Astros have allowed 6 runs per game. That's 29th in baseball. Only the Nationals worse at 6.1 runs per game. And there's a challenge.
Better challenge.
Called a strike, and Correa wants to take a look. And it's a strike, so they're out of
0 challenges.
ABS challenges. I mean, look at that. That's pretty much by a lace. So the Yankees have 1 remaining. The Astros are out of challenges. Coming into this game, the starting pitching to the Astros, 5.99 ERA, worst in baseball. Relief pitching ERA, 5.94, 29th in baseball. Only the Royals are worse at 6.09. High drive, left field. Bellinger back, turning, looking, see ya. A tie game, the home run by Correa. Here's Alvarez. 0-1. One and one. Alvarez 0 for 2 tonight. Correa has hit Weathers for a double and a home run. He scored both runs. 2-2 game, bottom of the sixth.
Just about to say how good Weathers' sweeper and slider has been tonight. Until that one.
Check the swing, 3-1. And he goes the other way and squirts it into left field for base hit.
See, Wells wants it kind of in. He's leaning in, and this one comes in the back door and ends up right down the middle in the front door and on out of here.
He's always hurt the Yankees. 19 home runs now in 72 games. And Matt Blake will come out to settle down Weathers. The dangerous Paredes, who's driven in a run already. He's 1 for 2. Middle game of this 3-game set. All Yankees last night, 12-4. This is 2-2, bottom of the sixth. Fernando Cruz heating up. There's that pitch for a strike. And another strike.
Pitch count's in good shape. Only 83 here.
One and 2 on Paredes. Kaiwei Tang is warming up for Houston, a right-hander. Two and 2. Drive, left field. Bellinger back. So is Grisham, and Grisham makes the play in front of the 366 mark. Used up all of the ballpark. Out number 1.
We talk about pull fly balls. Big difference between pulling a fly ball out there and to the Crawford boxes. That is the difference. Nice job by Grisham, too, to go over there and get it.
He had a much longer run than Bellinger, and he made a great play, and that's going to do it. Boone said, okay, that's enough. So with Altuve coming up, he's going to call on Cruz. That'll do it for Weathers. The runner at first, his responsibility. Yankees Baseball on Yes is brought to you in part by the New York Lottery. This could be your lucky play. By your local Tri-State Genesis retailers. Learn more at genesis.com. And by Optimum Fiber, famously fast fiber internet. Well, that'll do it for Weathers. He leaves the game tied at 2. Runner at first base is Alvarez. So he allowed 6 hits to the Astros in 5 1/3. And that last drive by Paredes was a little too close for comfort for Boone, and he took the ball from his left-hander.
Especially with this guy up right here. So you want the better matchup. Fernando Cruz is that versus Altuve. Weathers threw the ball well. You can see he's a little frustrated right now, giving up the lead. I see improvement with him at each start in terms of his overall repertoire and being able to use all of his pitches.
Two and 0.
See, been through a lot a few days. The new Papa, sleepless nights, pitched very well.
Two-0. Cruz gave up 2 home runs yesterday in relief. And now the count 3-0 on Altuve. And there's a walk.
And Michael, I spoke to Fernando Cruz last night in the clubhouse. It had been a full week since he had been on the mound. Finally got back out there yesterday, and the Yankees were up 12-2 at the time. He said anytime you have that type of layoff, you are worried a little bit about the command with the splitter in particular. He said physically he felt unbelievably strong. Couldn't wait to get back out there, but he did feel like his command suffered a little bit, certainly not making any excuses. He did note, nice to be able to get back out there when the Yankees have a significant lead, but we see here right now, command again an issue to start off with the walk to Altuve.
First walk issued by the Yankees tonight. Here's Christian Walker. 1-0, 5 straight out of the strike zone, and they are going to challenge that.
Pitcher challenge.
Fernando Cruz wants to challenge.
We have 0 challenges remaining.
Neither team has a challenge remaining.
Sometimes pitchers get fooled by their catchers when they frame it and make everything look like a strike.
Take a look at the Yankee bullpen budget brought to you by Citizens. Make sense of your money with Citizens. Cruz and Yarbrough both pitched last night. Everybody else fairly well rested. One and two. I would wonder why a pitcher would challenge if the catcher's not challenging. Doesn't the catcher know better than anybody else?
You would think so, yes. Sometimes you get emotional on the mound.
Swing and a miss. There's the splitter. Walker down on strikes.
Nice comeback by Fernando Cruz here after the challenge. Throws a couple fastballs for strikes and gets him to wave.
Diaz goes around. 0-1. One and one. Two-two game. First and second, 2 outs here in the 6th. Cruz on in relief of Weathers. Diaz hit a home run off Cruz last night.
Got a fastball in the inside corner and just beat him to the punch.
The pitch. Swing and a miss on the splitter. And Cruz gets out of trouble. But they tie the score on the Correa home run. It's a 2-2 game as we head to the 7th. To name that Yankee, brought to you by Prevagen, made for your brain. 59 and 50, 3.78 ERA, 109 saves. Pitched for a lot of teams. Any idea, David?
Whoa. Not right offhand.
Kai-Wei Tang comes on for the Astros. Drill to right field. Smith on the track, at the wall, leaps. See ya! A home run for Wells, just over the leaping try of Smith, and the Yankees lead 3-2.
Wow, just that fast. Yankees take the lead right back.
1 for 15 coming into that at bat. Strange call taking out the lefty Okert. Maybe they just use him for one inning. You have Wells and McMahon starting this inning, and you bring in the righty.
A valid point.
Driven out to left field. Alvarez on the run on the track, and he makes the play in front of the big scoreboard. McMahon hit it well.
Watch where Wells hits this pitch, up and in. That is out of the strike zone. And he got to it just enough. And I thought, man, it's not going to make it. And it is just far enough. The second row. Just over.
Wow.
Smith's glove.
Yankees have 3 runs, 3 solo home runs. One of them by Caballero, who's 2 for 2, a bunt and a home run.
Look at this swing. I mean, that pitch is up and in. That's a ball out of the strike zone. Up. And Wells just clears him out of there.
Just clipped the strike zone, 2-1.
That had to feel good for Wells. Been a while.
Check out the Optimum Fiber famously fast replay. Grounded and under the glove of a diving Paredes. A base hit for Caballero. He is 3 for 3.
Yeah, when you're hot, right? The ground balls find holes. You can see here, oh, just by a step. But hit hard. Right underneath the glove.
So now Espada takes the ball from Tang. And with Grisham and Rice due up, he'll bring in the lefty. Make it make sense. We'll be back. Well, Yankee fans, stay on top of the action by subscribing to the New York Yankees official podcast. Each episode includes an exclusive interview with a member of the Yankee family, taking you inside the clubhouse in truly unique ways. Watch every episode on the Gotham Sports app or subscribe at yankees.com/podcast or the podcast platform of your choice. Bennett Sousa activated today, and Caballero was leaning, but it wasn't a strong throw to first. So this is his season debut for Sousa. Missed the first month with a left oblique strain. So they sent down Colton Gordon, who we saw yesterday, to make room for Bennett Sousa. One and 0. Again, Caballero took a step towards second. It almost looks like he's trying to distract the pitcher more than go.
He's trying to draw a throw to see his move. But Sousa's got a nice little hang move a la Max Fried. He's kind of confusing so far. Caballero's trying to get a read, trying to see his move, draw a throw.
And that's ball 4. So Grisham works a walk. That moves Caballero to second, and that'll bring up Rice. Rice 2 more hits tonight. He's 2 for 3. Oh, strike. He's been neutral. Hits lefties as well as he hits righties. Double the opportunity, obviously, against righties. Runner goes from second, throw to third. Got him by plenty.
Once again, he takes a chance when Vasquez has a free run at third base because of the left-handed batter. So that the degree of difficulty is much higher. Vasquez on the money. A good pitch to handle and throw, and he's up and out. And fired up.
There's a base hit to center field. Grisham will stop at second. Throw comes into third. A little odd, David, that Caballero takes off for third and Grisham stayed at first.
Yeah, Grisham was trying to follow along and read him, but he didn't get a good read. And nice job by Vasquez. Just a good throw to handle. High slider up and away. It was almost like a pitch out. And then Ben Rice hanging in there. Again on a lefty. And with 2 outs, that's a good read by Grisham not to go to third there. Ben Rice keeps on keeping on against left-handed pitching.
So you bring in the lefty special as he walks Grisham, and then he gives up a single to Rice. Rice 3 for 4. And now the lefty, because he's only faced 2 batters, has to try and get Aaron Judge.
You know, Caballero's so daring on the bases, you don't want to take that away from him, but Ben Rice at the plate. Vasquez could throw. You have to pick your spots.
I think he thinks there's no one that could throw him out. And the first attempt of third, you should not do that with no one out. And then with a lefty batter up, as you said, there has to be some guardrails put on him. Quickly 0-2 on Judge.
The lefty Hedrick ready to go. There is no panic in Aaron Judge. Even though he gets down 0-2, he's right back to 2-2 and even.
Yankees lead 3-2, first and second, top of the seventh. Did he go? Nope. So 3-2, 2 outs, runners will go.
Yeah, Aaron Judge leads the league in 0-2 to 3-2 counts. He can do this with the best of them.
Fouled away. And the payoff. I'll do it again. The 3-2. Making him work.
He's had a couple of really good swings at high sliders. Just a click off.
Two outside, he walked him. And that loads the bases with Bellinger coming up. Yankees have an opportunity to give their bullpen some breathing room with a big blow by Bellinger. And another trip to the mound, this time the pitching coach Josh Miller. Luis Rojas and Bellinger having a long conversation. Oh, that was Grisham who came down, not Rojas. So Grisham has already seen Sousa, so he's probably giving him a little bit of a scouting report.
Yeah, these guys know each other well, and they trust each other, and they talk to each other.
Bellinger 0 for 2 with a walk. Bases loaded with the Yankees. They have the lead on the Wells home run. They're up 3-2. 1-0. And a strike. Good slider. Take a look at the arms in the outfield. Cam Smith could throw. Matthews only his 4th career start in center. Those are caution flags for Alvarez and Matthews. Bellinger does not like that and does not have an ABS.
Pretty good pitch.
The 1-2. Keeps working the outside corner, pushing the envelope. That one missed.
Good take right there.
2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Yankees lead 3-2. They have the bases loaded, top of the 7th. And the lefty deals. That close. Count full.
That one's outside.
Well, you can start the merry-go-round. 3-2, 2 outs, bases loaded. And he worked a walk. Great at bat for Bellinger. Coming home is Grisham. An RBI for Bellinger, and the Yankees lead by 2, 4-2.
Well, that is a high-quality at-bat, Michael. You are correct. That's what makes Bellinger so good against left-handed pitching. His ability to hang in there and not chase.
Inside. Two and 0. So Sousa has missed a month with the left oblique strain, and high leverage stuff here in the top of the 7th inning.
Jazz in the driver's seat right here.
He's walked 3. And now he's 3-0 on Jazz Chisholm. And A.J. Blueball is warming for the Astros. And the pitch. Strike. Jazz threw his bat away. And that will not curry any favor with Dan Iasonia. So now 3-1. And that's ball 4. No doubt about that. Coming home with the run is Ben Rice. An RBI for Jazz Chisholm. And the Yankees are up by 3, 5-2. And that is going to do it for Sousa. He came in, he walked 4 and gave up a single. So an inauspicious first outing for the veteran left-hander. Yankees break a 2-2 tie, looking for more. They're up 5-2. Well, tomorrow after Yankees coverage, stay tuned for the latest episode of Homegrown, The Path to Pinstripes, and go down on the farm with AAA Scranton to hear from the team's top pitching prospects, Carlos Legrande and Elmer Rodriguez. Watch it tomorrow after the Yankees on Yes and the Gotham Sports app. So A.J. Blueball will come on. And the Yankees still have the bases loaded. And here's Rosario, the 9th batter to come to the plate. 3 runs in, 2 men out. 1-0. Two and 0.
It's been a familiar theme for the Astros so far on the pitching side.
Last 18 games, the bullpen pitching to a 6.50 ERA. Grounded, backhanded by Paredes. The long throw in the dirt, and a beautiful scoop by Walker to end the inning. But the Yankees get 3 runs. They leave the bases loaded. It's time for the stretch. Well, thank you, Bob, and thank you, Willie. 5-8-0 for the Yanks, 2-6-0 for the Astros. Ryan Weathers went 1 out into the 6th. Mike Burrows, he pitched 5. Yankees have 3 home runs in the game, all solo shots. Grisham, Caballero, and Wells, and a big night for Carlos Correa. The Ford scoreboard: Yankees 5, Astros 2. Yankees looking for their 8th win in a row. And a strike as the Yankees bring in Jake Bird. So Bird got a little bit of a respite, as we said earlier. It almost seemed like a sure thing to make room for Weathers. They send down Bird because Bird got called up when Weathers went on the paternity list. But because of Chavihi's injury, he goes on the IL, and Bird now pitching in a pretty high leverage spot. One and 2 on Smith. Swing and a miss, got him.
Really got on top of the sinker. That ball goes down. See the way Wells caught it. The bowling ball sinker.
Here's Christian Vasquez, bottom of the 7th inning. 0-1. Whoa.
See, that's a breaking ball that just got away from him. Good thing. It kind of broke away from his head.
So scary. On one hop, McMahon. Well, here's how it looked from our dirt cam. Still scary. So 2 down here in the 7th, and here's Matthews. Fouled straight back. nubbed in front of the plate. Wells makes the call and the throw and got him. So Bird, a good inning, retires the Astros in order, 1, 2, 3. Well, fans, Yankee games on Yes are streaming live on the Gotham Sports app, included for free with your eligible TV provider subscription. Download and sign into the Gotham Sports app now and check out all the great Yankees content, including game highlights, post-game sound, and the newest episode of Homegrown, which drops tomorrow. Leading off the 8th inning, Austin Wells. He led off the 7th inning with a home run that gave the Yankees a 3-2 lead. They're now up 5-2.
Well, you look at the way the Yankees are running these wins off in a row, and they're in every game. Their starting pitching puts them in a position to win these type of games. Weathers did his job, 2-2. Yankees taking advantage of the Astros bullpen. I don't know if I've seen a deeper roster of pitching for the Yankees since I've been covering them in the broadcast booth.
2-2.
We've talked about, Meredith has mentioned, the progress of Carlos Rodon and Garrett Cole coming back. If you reach down deeper into AAA, and with the guys we saw this year in spring training, Elmer Rodriguez off to a great start in Scranton. 1.27 ERA. Carlos Agranje pitching well. Strikeouts. As it stands right now, the Yankees are loaded. And you look around the league and compare them to the Astros. There's nobody in the minor leagues with the Astros like the Yankees have ready to come up.
And there's a walk to Wells. And David, the abundance of starting pitching could end up being the solution for the bullpen as well.
Absolutely. The Yankees have tremendous options at this point here as we move through April, the first month of the season. And on the mound, they're young pitchers that are coming through with Will Warren, obviously Cam Schlittler leading the staff here. Wow, it's impressive.
Line drive, a base hit off the bat of McMahon. Matthews will get the ball in, stopping at second as Wells.
Well, we've seen McMahon really stay inside the ball, really trying to see the ball, hit the ball the other way. It's paying off for him here in Houston. A home run the other way, and then a nice line drive there.
Big night for Caballero. He's 3 for 3. His average up to 286. And he's showing bunt. Astros charging, and then he took the bunt back and takes the ball.
You can see him smiling at Paredes at third base. I love the play. I love, pulling it back, slashing, making things happen.
And that time he tried to bunt, bunted through it, 1-1.
The key here is to read Correa at short. You got to bunt the ball to third base here. Keep it away from that guy. He's got a free run at you. Paredes is, if he vacates the bag, then there's nobody at third.
To the pitcher, who throws to third to get the force. Nice play by Blue Ball.
Yeah, direction is everything. Usually when you're bunting, you're trying to soften it a little bit, but really in this case, you just got to get it to the third baseman past the pitcher. And once he didn't, that allowed Paredes to get right back to the bag.
And back to the top of the order in Grisham, 1 for 3 with a walk, 2-run scored, a home run.
from my old National League days, a bunting practice every day. The late great Bud Harrelson pounded us on how you're supposed to bunt, where you should try to bunt the ball in those situations.
Did he go? Nope. 2-0 on Grisham. The Astro bullpen has been a problem for the first month plus of the season, and no different tonight. Their closer has been out, Josh Hader, and it's had a trickle-down effect as well. 3-1.
It's so difficult in April when you're looking at those numbers from the Astros pitchers, and you're staring at another loss here, and you're not even out of April.
Oh. 3-2. And another walk. Bases loaded. The Yankees had not worked a walk until the seventh. Well, they had one walk in the first, and since then, just a litany of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 walks.
And it coincides with the Astros bullpen getting in this game.
Astros playing back for the double play. I think with ABS, David, a team like the Yankees that really works every count and they don't expand the zone, that's going to benefit them because they'll draw a lot more walks. Pitchers have to throw strikes now.
Yeah, and not only that, yes, it's a great point, and also get better pitches to hit so that when they do turn it loose, it's on the plate.
Rice has 3 hits and 4 at-bats, count 1 and 2.
You know, we say that a lot. It's a lot easier said than done, especially here in the broadcast booth, but for hitters, you get good pitches to swing at and hit more often than not, you give yourself so much better of a chance. A signature moment there for the fan, right? You get that ball, take a picture, get a selfie.
And you got it from Aaron Judge. One, 2. 2 and 2. Still 1 out, bases loaded. We're in the 8th. The Yankees lead 5-2. And the count is full.
So Ben Rice gets as good as at-bats as anybody right now. And he gets off his A swing about as good as anybody right now. You hear hitters talking about that. I'm trying to get in a position to get my A swing off. And I haven't seen Ben Rice's B swing yet. It seems like nothing he gets off his A swings.
High drive, right center field. On the run, Matthews on the track. He'll make the catch. Tagging and scoring is McMahon. Caballero moves to third. It's a long sac fly for Rice, and the Yankees lead 6-2.
Yeah, again, hammered to the deepest part of the park. It's a nice play out there. Just a long sac fly.
21st ribby for Rice. Grisham stayed put at first. Caballero tagged and went to third. Here's Judge. 0-1. Oh and 2. Up the middle, right there, Altuve. And he'll get Judge to end the inning. Yankees strand 2, but they score 1. They're up by 4. It's time for the answer to name that Yankee. A lot of teams, decent numbers. You have any idea, David?
No, I'm stumped. I should know this.
All right, let's reveal.
Oh, of course, Octavio Dotel. Makes sense. He's been around the block.
Was part of that no-hitter against the Yankees with several pitchers.
Yeah.
Really nice guy. Passed away far too young. "14 appearances with the Yankees, one of 6 pitchers in the combined no-hitter. Pitched well in the postseason. So here is Camilo Doval. Yankees leading by 4.
No challenges left.
Seems like Doval has not pitched in about 3 months. So the same thing that bedeviled Cruz might happen here, where he just doesn't have command. Last time he pitched was April 17th.
Wow.
It's a long time for a short reliever.
It is, and that's 2 strikes he just threw. That one might have been a bit in, but the first one was there. But nothing Wells can do right now.
Well, maybe this is a good lesson for teams to learn, to keep one in your holster, because bottom line, you can't be left without challenges for the final 3 innings of a game.
I agree. First month of a new rule. There's a learning curve. There's some learning to go.
Here's Alvarez, 1 for 3. And a strike. 100 miles an hour. Nice play by Jazz. He has 1 out. He makes it at first. Moving to second is Correa.
Like, excellent range. No small play. I mean, next thing you know, the Astros got some action here with a couple guys on and nobody out, but Jazz Chisholm playing Alvarez to pull, goes over. Backhand, made a nice play.
There's a strike to Paredes. Brent Hedrick. Up the middle. Scrambling back to second is Correa. The out is made at first. Jose Altuve, 2 outs, runner at second here in the 8th. Yankees up 6-2. Chop foul. The 0-1. Outside, 1-1. He has never gotten cheated on swings. Swinging from the heels.
Yeah, don't let the fact that he's 5'6" fool you. He's strong.
Swing and a miss, got him. 100-mile-an-hour cutter for Doval. Astros strand 1. We'll go to the 9th inning. We'll get highlights, analysis, clubhouse interviews, and we'll hear from Aaron Boone on the Manager's Report. It's all coming up on the WB Mason Yankees postgame. Cody Bellinger leads off. And the first pitch is a strike. Jaden Murray, the new pitcher. Big bases loaded walk for Bellinger in the 7th inning, drove in a run. He's walked twice. He's 0 for 2. That one just missed. Murray's 29 years old. He had 2 scoreless innings Monday in Cleveland. And then yesterday against the Yankees, a 1-2-3 inning. And another walk. It is the night of the free pass. 10 walks by the Yankees.
Been a common theme for the Yankees, really. It's kind of a complete reversal. The Yankees pitchers don't walk a lot of guys at all, and their hitters get a lot of walks. It's a deadly combination. Yankee pitchers just 2 walks tonight.
You know, it's interesting, David. Most people like the ABS because you're getting bad calls right most of the time. But there is an unintended consequence. One of the things that baseball worked so hard to do was to speed up the pace of the game. constant walks are not speeding up the pace of the game because pitchers don't want to throw across the plate. Fly ball left field. Alvarez makes the play as Bellinger hustles back. I think we're seeing this around baseball, a lot more walks.
We are seeing more walks, and what we're also seeing, the pitchers who are successful are the ones that are very aggressive early in the counts. It's almost like a race to try to get to an 0-2 count. They're not aiming for the corners. Cam Schlittler's not aiming for the corners. He is challenging hitters. Pitchers with those styles are the ones who are thriving in this new system. Pitchers that rely on living on the edges, that's a difficult time for them.
You know, in talking to baseball people, the two names that keep coming up, past great pitchers that could have been adversely affected, Maddox and Glavine, because they really got a lot of inches off the plate, and that doesn't exist now.
It does not. Maddox would have made the adjustments. I mean, they both had that good a control that they could have made the adjustment, but it's a great point. It's a whole different strike zone now.
And the famous playoff game where Livan Hernandez struck out 17 and Eric Gregg was behind plate would never happen. I mean, there were pitches that were a foot outside the strike zone, called a strike, and they had no recourse. 1-2.
Yeah, umpires had more leeway to reward good marksmen. People with excellent control got rewarded for having excellent control. Those guys had more, autonomy, so to speak, to rule in that favor and reward guys who proved they had pinpoint control.
Runner goes, and a perfect hit and run. Whole right side vacated. So Bellinger goes to third, and Rosario picks up a single.
It seems like every time Rosario's in the game, he does something that just helps the team. Does something smart, does something good. There was a time when he was the #1 prospect in all of baseball, if you think back.
Here's Austin Wells. Just to complete the point about Maddox, talking with Paul O'Neill last weekend, and he had good numbers against Maddox. And I said, why did you have good numbers? Umpires talking to Murray, and he said, I always jumped on the first pitch. I said, why? He said, because if he got you on a strike on the outside corner, then he would just move it out another 2 inches, and he'd get those calls, and then you have no chance to get a hit. And I wonder if that style would work now.
Well, he had both sides of the plate working. Maddox had one of the great swing back, tailing fastballs into lefties that would tail back to the inside corner as well. So he could go both sides of the plate.
First and third, one man out. We're in the ninth. The Yankees lead 6-2, looking for their 8th straight win. Ground ball and through for a base hit. Scoring is Bellinger. Rosario motors to third. It's an RBI single for Wells, and the Yankees lead 7-2.
Well, Wells coming alive here. A big home run, and now tacking on runs here with an RBI knock.
You know, one thing we've seen in these first 2 games, and not to pile on, but Altuve has no range at all anymore. That ball was not that far to his right, and he almost like fell down rather than made a dive. And either the Astros DH him or they're going to suffer defensively. That's why they tried to put him in left field last year.
Very difficult thing when you're a great franchise player and you're kind of, past the peak of your career, so to speak.
The thing that's so unusual, he still runs well. He's still a very good hitter. But I guess he wasn't ever a great second baseman, and now those skills have eroded to a point where, he's minus 61 defensive runs saved in the last couple of years.
Well, that's the thing. The metrics have changed on how we gauge defense.
Allen's ripped right field, a base hit for McMahon. Rosario scores. Wells moves to second. McMahon with his second hit of the night. And the Yankees up by a score of 8-2.
Coming out party for the Yankees bottom of the order. First Wells, now McMahon.
Pitching coach again comes out and tries to settle down Murray.
Yeah, there's nobody warming up. So it's on you, kid. No help.
This chiropractic telecast presented by authority of the New York Yankees and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of the game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the New York Yankees. Here's Caballero. Three for four, the pitch outside. Yankees have outscored the opponents 48-13 during the 7-game win streak. So they've gotten good offense and great pitching. Grounded to third. There's one on to first. It's a double play. Walker can play first base as he doubles up Caballero. But the Yankees extend the lead. 8-12-0, leading 2-6-0. We go to the bottom of the 9th inning. Time for the game-changing drive of the game, brought to you by Audi and the all-new Audi Q3.
We're going to take you right back to the 5th inning. Jose Caballero jumps on him. Gets it high enough. Unloads. That's a big night for him. Swung the bat well. Had some tough night on the bases trying to steal. And here's Tim Hill, who has been lights out so far this year.
Walker, Diaz, and Smith against the Yankee left-hander. One and 0. Driven deep to left field. Fair ball, it is gone. Oh, it is gone. Oh, did he crush that? Onto the train tracks. A home run for Walker. Wow. Yankees now up by 5, 8-3. Here's Yainer Diaz. Chopped over the middle. Chisholm fires. Got him.
Just a little get me over slider, rarely thrown by Tim Hill, and Walker just launches it.
398 feet. Here's Cam Smith. Fouled away. Guess they're looking for the ball up there. Those used to be oranges in the train when it was Minute Maid Park. That's Bobby Dynamite, who drives the train when they hit a home run.
That's a pretty good job, huh? Just have it hang up there, watch the game.
Pretty good name, too. And tipped into the glove of Wells. And the Astros are down to their final out. And here's Christian Vasquez. And a strike. 8-12-0 Yanks, 3-7-0 Astros. And now the final strike for the Astros. Yankees about to go 11-1 here in Houston since September 1st of 2018. Caballero. And that'll do it. The Yankees win their 8th in a row. They get great pitching. And today it's a walk in the park. 10 free passes. And the Yankees win 8-3. 8 straight victories for New York.
4 guys in the Yankees lineup had multiple hits. Ben Rice, 3 for 4, keeps on keeping on. Yankees are rolling right now, and they're in every game because of their pitching, and now the entire lineup starting to kick it in.
Well, the 8 straight matches, their longest winning streak from last season, and their record is now 18-9. Another big night for Rice. Wells started swinging the bat well as well. Everybody contributed. Yankees win this one 8-3. Come on back.